Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hello, Bear.
We have another chit-chat.
Yeah, we're back again. This is episode 77 this time.
That's right. And it's Alina Hibbert.
Yes.
Now, Alina was on episode 9 of this year's Gardeners World series, 2026, when she was at Malvern.
Yes, that was it.
RHS Malvern, and she was doing her first ever show garden, which was an indoor plant garden, as it were.
Exactly.
Where she won a whopping gold.
Whopping gold. For her amazing... I mean, it was so incredible. And you will remember that I went on about this incredible moss lava lamp.
Yes.
We do hear about that.
We do. We find out more about the lava lamp.
Yeah.
We also hear about steaming pots of tea.
Yes.
And we find out how these various things were made.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was on account of Alina's show garden buddy, who she created the garden with.
Yep.
And that was Adam. Now, Alina calls him Adam Critien.
Yeah.
And we did slightly question where that came from and whether it was actually Critien. We were all fairly convinced it can't be Critien.
Surely not.
Anyway, Adam, we do apologise. We do know that your name is Adam Critien rather than Critien, which makes a whole lot more sense.
Critien.
So just wanted to put the record straight on that one.
Okay.
Another part of the conversation, because obviously it's just audio, so you couldn't see what was happening on screen.
Oh, yeah.
And we got quite a lot of visuals from Alina.
Yeah.
One of them was when she holds up an Alocasia zebrina. And we do have photos of that particular plant so that you can get an idea of what we were talking about at that point. So
incredible.
Whilst you're listening to the episode or afterwards, pop over to our website, notjustagarden.co.uk.
Absolutely.
Head to the Chit-Chats, click on Alina's face, and there you'll get a few photos. So there's that Alocasia zebrina. We've also got the lava lamp in there.
Yes.
The steaming pot of tea, all those sorts of things you can find in there.
That'd be fantastic.
Also, after our conversation, after we had switched off the recording, Alina talked about peat and peat-free compost.
Yes.
And we had a very, very, very interesting conversation, which blew my mind. I had no idea this was going on, that there are some very big commercial compost providers who are still using peat.
And explicitly as well.
Explicitly. And it's incredible how many nurseries are relying on that peat compost from this particular provider. Yeah, I mean, there have been some big rose names that we know of who use it, and a lot of influencers who are advertising this compost company. So it's pretty poor show, I'd say, in this day and age for us to still be advertising that. And these are sort of big influencers who are bigger certainly in the gardening world.
God influencers.
So we were very grateful for Alina bringing that to attention.
Yes.
We are actually going to talk about it on a future Gardeners World recap.
We are actually,
because I think also they've even been at, I think, was it Gardeners World Live? Alina mentioned
they've been linked to Gardeners World,
and so Gardeners World have, essentially they're advocating.
And you've got Arit next door doing her peat-free compost exhibition.
but every single time on Gardeners World they say, and you use some peat-free compost. Put it in your pot with grit or perlite or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Always making the point about it being peat-free, and yet they are essentially advocating this peat compost.
Well, so exactly, they're linked in some way.
So it'd be an interesting conversation to have, certainly.
Absolutely.
But for this episode, Sweet Pea, tell us the format.
So for Alina's dream garden, we have garden boundary, shed or greenhouse, 5 ornamentals, 5 edibles, 1 statement tree, pond or pool plus 1 plant, and finally a favourite seating area drink and 1 plant for that area.
And as always, we have links and visuals to this audio podcast on our website.
Yeah.
And likewise, if you want to get in touch with us, you've got any comments or any questions, you can do so through our website, which is
notjustagarden.co.uk.
Or you can contact us on our email address, which is
notjustagarden@outlook.com.
Shall we jump into this episode?
Absolutely.
This is episode 77, a good old chit-chat with Alina Hibbert.
Off we go, me lovelies.
Welcome, Alina, to a good old chit-chat.
Hiya.
Hiya.
All right, me lovers.
Me lovers.
Oh,
you didn't disappoint. I was so hoping that would be said at some point. Right off the bat. So, welcome. It's really great to see you. We did see you quite recently on Gardeners World. You were on episode recently. 9, weren't you, on the Malvern Spring Festival episode?
Yeah, very surreal that.
Oh, I can imagine, because you had a show. Do you call it a garden, a show display, a show?
I'd say a show garden. Yeah.
Show garden.
Because it was judged.
Yes,
it was judged, and my sort of questioning over whether it's a garden or not is because there were houseplants, so indoor garden, I guess.
Yeah.
And you had Back to Grandma's House.
Yeah.
And we got to see a little bit about you and your background, and a little bit about some jobs that you do and how you do some of your displays and that kind of thing. But it was even shorter than it normally is when people get a segment on Gardeners World, because then they wanted to show your garden, obviously, Back to Grandma's House, and show you at the Malvern.
Yeah.
The Malvern show. But you had Joe with you. So what I'd love to know is more about how you got into the sort of the plant world in the first instance, and then how the Malvern show thing came about.
Sure thing. Okay, I'll try and, because I'm quite good at going off in tangents. So
that's great as well. We love that.
I'll try and not go too deep into it. But so basically, my dad is a gardener, and he's been a gardener since he was 16.
Oh,
so
wow.
I've had him as a dad for a gardener throughout my whole life. And I've had that kind of thing my whole life, like doing gardening with him. He let me loose with diesel leaf blowers at 11 and stuff. So this tiny child with a massive leaf blower, and helping him cut hedges and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably when a kid shouldn't have these tools, even a chainsaw, using all of these tools, but he trusted me, and I really enjoyed it, so he knew I wouldn't do anything silly.
So when you say a gardener, so a professional gardener?
Yeah,
right.
Professional.
So you go out to clients' gardens?
Oh no, not in that case. He'll bring the tools home. So if he did our garden at home, then I'd be helping him at home. I come from Sherborne, so he's in Sherborne, and he is now the head gardener of the girls' school in Sherborne, and has this manages the whole site, which is awesome. But as a kid, he would work in all the different schools, and living in Sherborne, if I was with my mum, would go into town and maybe see him. And sometimes if he was on a ride-on lawnmower, he'd let me sit on his lap and drive around and lawnmower and stuff, and he'd let me steer it and all that kind of stuff. So I've always had a really natural interest into gardening and being outdoors, being in nature. I've always had a really big gravitational pull towards it. So when I hit 15, I needed a job to fund driving lessons or whatever coming up. So I got my first job at the garden centre in Sherborne Castle Gardens, and I absolutely loved it. And I always thought from the age of 7, I wanted to be a garden designer. I always had that in the back of my head, that is what I wanted to do when I grew up. So working at the garden centre at 15, I was really trying to learn more about plants and stuff, because I'd be outdoors watering the plants, but I'd also been more or less positioned as the houseplant person on a Sunday.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's when the houseplants kind of first started seeding in, and that's when I first discovered the Houseplant Expert book by Dr. DJ Hessian.
Oh, yes.
And I had a couple of people who would work with me on houseplants who were above me. They've been there for a lot longer, and they would always teach me some tricks and stuff about houseplants. And I used to challenge myself as well with the Houseplant Expert book. Every Sunday I'd look through it. I absolutely loved that book. I remember loving it so much. And I'd look through it and I'd pick a plant, and I try to challenge myself and memorize it for the day. Wow. So then by the end of the day, I try to see if I can remember the care tips and stuff.
Yes.
For it.
What a great way to learn.
Yeah, and I really did love my gardening, and I was really involved with that garden centre and hold it really deeply still.
I mean, you were a gift to that garden centre, being so conscientious, learning all the plants and how to care for them. I can imagine customers coming in just gravitated towards you, did they? Alina will know.
Well, you'll say that, but a bunch of oldies because Sherborne's like London retirement central.
Oh,
right?
Is it?
Yes. So there would this might have been like the first kind of push of a drive to prove people, because being a woman as well, a lot of people have a lot of doubts about your knowledge and if you're capable.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a few incidences, and one in particular, this elderly couple were looking for someone for help, and their son pointed me out and said, "Oh, she's free, why don't we ask her?" And the old person within my earshot was like, "Oh, she's too young, she won't know anything." And I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, excuse me.
I was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "You try me, because you'll be pleasantly surprised."
Yes, exactly.
And I was also like super strong as well. I've always been
Got some good biceps.
Yeah. So you get all your kind of natural heavy lifting, moving compost bags and stuff. And the garden centre was always really like, well, should you be doing this at 15? And I was like lifting 2 at a time, like, yeah.
Carrying another one on your back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And all these old people were like, oh my God. And
wow.
So
it's a good job, kept you fit then.
It really kept me fit. I really loved heavy labour work as well. So I loved the garden centre. They had polytunnels, so I used to do hanging baskets with them. I learned so much in that garden centre, like on top of what my dad was teaching me through doing our garden. Went there at 15 and I left at 18 when I went to university. So
cool.
Yeah. So first going to college, I had a choice of either doing horticultural art, and my dad had the exact same choice when he went to college, and he chose horticulture. And he knew I really loved art and visuals, and I loved painting at the time as well. Really loved painting. I did BTEC art in school, like for my A levels. So he was like, don't do the same thing that I did, because he wished he did art.
Oh, interesting.
Don't waste your time with horticulture like me. Go and do art because you're passionate about it. So when it came to college, I did art instead of horticulture.
It's interesting that he felt horticulture was a waste of time, though. Did he not find it useful for his career?
Yeah, I think he probably wouldn't say now it was a waste of time, but I think he, it's one of those things parents do. They kind of make sure he regretted, maybe he holds some regret of not going to do art, so he's like just making sure. But I kind of now wish I did horticulture.
Oh no!
So
what are you going to be telling your children?
Oh, I don't know if I'll be having some to tell, but it's
there's no need, I don't think.
No,
plenty of people.
I've also got 7 nieces and nephews.
You've got plenty to be getting on with.
Plenty of the kids.
Sweet Pea, listen to this. I keep saying to Sweet Pea, there's zero pressure to have children.
No,
I'm well aware of it.
But during college, there was a module in photography, and there is a family history of photography. My granddad had his own darkroom when it was first around and had colour and stuff. So when the photography module came around, I was like, okay, I feel quite comfortable with this.
Yes, it runs in the blood.
It runs in the blood. So I got really into photography, really looked at loads of different photographers. And through college, like my main inspirations was like John Everett Millais from the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. I got a tattoo of his painting Ophelia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
That's like a big inspiration. And then like my favourite photographers are like Nick Knight, Tim Walker, Gregory Critien. So from there I was like, okay, let's do photography. I'm going to do it. And then I kind of went to uni, did my BA and did my MA in photography.
Right.
So it's kind of where then I was still in the back of my head always saying, oh, I really love gardening. I would love to be a garden designer. I've always had that in the back of my head. And it was only kind of when I left to go to uni, I moved in with my ex-partner. We had a garden to play with. I got then another job at a garden centre in Caerphilly, in Wales.
Did it feel like coming back home?
A little bit, yeah. I really loved Caerphilly Garden Centre. I loved working there. The managers there were amazing. It was really fun.
Oh, great.
So in that garden centre, I was more of an outdoor person. I was under the wing of this guy called Kevin, and his knowledge was amazing. And I used to help loads of people with picking out plants for their borders or pots and stuff. And I used to love that. And obviously, like, in the back of my head, I was absolutely loving it because I was like, I've always wanted to do this. I love putting things together.
Yeah.
But there was houseplants there still. So I used to bring some houseplants back to my ex's house. And this is kind of like, long story, kind of the roundabout way of how I got into houseplants. So I was in uni, I split up with my ex and I had to move into uni halls. And my ex-partner didn't like houseplants. He didn't like me bringing them home. He didn't like them in the house. So when I split up with him and I moved into my uni halls, I went into quite a bad depression. It was very heavy. It was probably one of the darkest times of my life. Because I was away from home, no family like around me immediately. Didn't know what to do, kind of thing. Quite a big turning point in my life. And there was a part where I found out a little houseplant shop was opening up in Cardiff, and I thought, do you know what? I miss working with plants. I miss it. So I thought, I feel depressed. I don't think I'm ready to go back to work, but I was like, maybe I can go volunteer once a week with him and kind of get back into houseplants and help my mental health and stuff like that. And he took me on, volunteered once a week because it was a dedicated houseplant shop. I got back into learning about houseplants and I just fell in love with them more. And because I didn't have a garden, I was in uni halls now. I was like, okay, well, houseplants it is. I'm going to start bringing them in. And I did. I absolutely covered my whole uni dorm with houseplants.
Oh, fantastic.
And they were like, this could be a fire hazard. And I was like, it could be.
No.
But I'm not going to stop.
So when you started working, the voluntary work at the houseplant shop, how soon after starting there did those kind of dark clouds part? Was it a fairly instant thing?
I mean, it wasn't instant just because of the severity of like what happened and all that kind of stuff. It took me about a year and a bit to kind of really get back to myself again.
Yeah.
But it was something I could look forward to every week and go and learn. And as you start off with houseplants, you love all of the kind of basic things. And I've still got this Alocasia zebrina from that voluntary work. That zebrina was he was going to get rid of it because it was a bit rubbish, and there was two actually, so I brought both of them home and recovered them,
nurtured them back to health.
Exactly. I've still got like this Pila peperomioids is from Ophelia Garden Centre as well, because I took it as a little baby.
Oh wow.
And I brought it with me into my uni halls.
How big is it now?
It needs a drink, so don't judge me.
I'm not going to judge you.
But it had this crazy
thing,
little thing, and then it's made new babies, but it's dying for a drink.
So I've had quite sentimental. Plants,
I've got a few, and I've got a fern as well that I've had since Ophelia Garden Centre, and these plants I've still got since that time. I can't get rid of them.
No, of course not.
They mean a lot. They've been through. They've been through so much with me as well. And getting into houseplants at that time really did help my mental health. And you hear it all the time, and it's so true. But like,
so true.
And this was, pre-COVID, where a lot of people discovered that it was something I could try and grow. I was like getting into cuttings as well, learning how to propagate in the little plant shop, and I was trying it all out, and I was just absolutely loving it. Killing some as well, but I feel like that's the best way to learn. It's by killing plants. But
we won't use that as your tagline.
We're not going to print that on t-shirts. That's not going to work.
Yes, great merch.
It generally is though. You got to kill a few plants before you know exactly what you're doing.
I'm on board. I've done the same.
And so I was taking photos of them for my Instagram, And my friend at the time, he was like, can you stop like posting pictures of plants? And I was like, okay. But this is like before
Weird,
a time like plant Instagram was a thing, you know what I mean? Like
interesting.
So 2017 or whatever. So I was just like, oh, okay, fine. And then I just made my own plant Instagram account at that time when he was like, can you stop?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I then started like taking pictures of plants more for Instagram, but doing photography through uni, nature's always like been a massive input to all of the art I do, everything. And in my MA, I really discovered who I was as a photographer, and I would say I'm a botany documentary photographer.
Right.
Yeah.
And I take photos of what nature wants to present to me rather than me seeking it out. So
is that your profession now as a botany documentary photographer?
I don't do it as a job, but
right.
You could I mean with the degrees you would say I'm a professional, which is nice.
Exactly.
But I haven't pursued it though.
What is your job now then?
So my job currently is working in a houseplant shop.
Ooh,
so
cool.
Coming full circle to Malvern, I submitted my design for last year's show but didn't get accepted. But they were like, they just said, hey, we love your concept, please try again for next year. And I was like,
okay.
So just on that, so when you submit a design,
yes,
what's their criteria in terms of whether they'll accept or not accept?
They kind of ask you to create a room. So whether you do a room in a house, which is kind of the obvious thing to do, or you kind of think outside the box and make a room of something.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was finding my feet from being able to live with my partner in our own home, not bought but rented. I was like discovering my love of like 70s furniture and retro stuff. Love like all that kind of it. So I was just kind of like, I'll just make a design of like what my dream kind of living room would look like.
Yeah.
What I'd love to have. And I was kind of also like, oh, you get a grant. Maybe this could be a great excuse to buy all the furniture I want.
What sort of grant do you get?
So they'll give you some money towards it, but it's not a lot. So you do have to try and find sponsors.
So the grant is from the RHS?
Yes, yeah.
Is that standard across the board for all the different show
So
gardens?
the houseplant ones get less than the gardens. The gardens get way more.
How much do you get for them?
For the indoors was $4,500.
Do you know what it is for the outdoor ones?
Outdoors, I think it was like 10.
Right.
It sounds like a lot of money.
I can imagine
but
you spend it quickly.
It's spent really quickly because you get nothing but 2 walls, so you have to get everything.
Yeah.
And houseplants aren't cheap either.
No.
So a lot of the money is spent, and because we did terrariums with like kind of rarer plants.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. It
was so easy to spend that money.
So you submit your design and then they come back to you and they say, do they tell you haven't ticked certain boxes, we're not taking you, or sorry, we're just full this year, or how are you kind of rebuffed?
Last year when I got the rejection, they didn't necessarily say why I didn't. They just said what they liked.
Right.
And just said try again next year. So I think they might have a intention of visual how they would want it to look.
Right, I
for
see.
The show maybe.
So when you then came to do it this year, did you submit exactly the same design?
No, I altered it.
So you kept the things they said, we like these bits.
Yes,
you kept all that.
Yeah, I kept some, like, so because I submitted the design with like an aquascape and some terrariums, but not as heavily as I did when I redid it. And at that point as well, when I went and visited last year's show, I saw my friend Adam. And I was like, hey, Adam, I did apply this year, but I didn't get in. But they've asked me to resubmit for next year. I was like, do you want to join?
Yeah.
And like me and Adam, we get on really well. We have so many common interests in aquascaping, terrariums.
This is Adam
Critien.
Critien.
Yeah.
Critien.
I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry, Adam, if I'm not. But
Are you sure it's Critien?
I know how to spell it. But I do apologise, Adam.
What's Adam's role? What does he do?
So he is a data analyst, I believe. I just know he looks at a lot of numbers, and he's really good with numbers, and he's really good with patterns, and he's really good with money.
And what about with plants?
With plants, he loves his terrariums, paludariums. He has frogs.
Cool.
He's
a plant guy.
He's a plant guy through and through. And yeah, we met at Gardeners World Live like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
I was on a stall and sold him a plant, and we chatted about this Cordax plant, and he absolutely loved that. And I was like, I love this too. And then we were like, wow, nobody appreciates it. So we had like such a good conversation. I was like, oh, do you have Instagram? It'd be cool to keep in touch.
Yeah.
And we did. And you know, and we met up like kind of at social events and chatted and stuff. And we just get on so well, even though there's like quite a big age gap in between us. But
so you approached Adam and said, I've got this design.
Yeah.
I want to enter it into Malvern. Fancy doing it with me?
Yes, pretty much that.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, great. So then you're a team, which is always more fun, isn't it?
And I'm so glad I did, because I think if I did more of it on my own, it wouldn't be as good.
But not as fun though, as well. I would imagine. It must be nice to do it with someone.
Yeah. So I changed the design a bit as well to then incorporate more things that Adam likes. So he's made a living wall at one of his previous houses. He's got a whole blog about it, and it's really impressive. It's one thing I like remember chatting to him about. So I incorporated the living wall into the design, because I was like, you know, yes, I've done the design, but you're now doing it with me. So
put some Adam into it.
I need to put some Adam into it, and some things that he can, you know, control and make himself, because he is creative. He's really good at this stuff. So that's when we like bombarded the design with more like terrariums, but we were just like wanted to do so many unusual terrariums and just like different ways to display plants. And this is when I added more of the platycerums. That was in my first design, but we added a few more to like emphasize it and stuff.
Those are the board mounted.
Yeah, the mounted ferns. Yeah.
So for anyone who hasn't seen them, the way I picture them is they're like a sort of taxidermy stag head, but much nicer.
Yeah.
It looks like the antlers, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, their nickname are staghorn ferns. So
yes, absolutely.
There we go.
It makes sense.
We were really interested because you showed on Gardener's World on your episode how you put those together, but I couldn't quite visualize what was going on. You had your oak board.
Yeah.
Then you screwed in some screws kind of in a circle.
Yes.
Could you describe how you go about actually mounting those?
Yeah.
For me, I'm just thinking surely gravity is taking that out. Most opportunity. But somehow it looked really solid.
Yeah, no, so you get your board, and then you put your screws. I kind of make like a star shape with, so I have like 5 or a pentagon.
So as if it's the points of your
star. So they're going to be your anchor points, because when you put your moss down in your fern and you put your moss in, you get fishing wire. And then you kind of absolutely go mental with covering it and anchoring it down in all sorts of different directions, like Willy Wonka's glass elevator.
Yeah.
So so you've got your staghorn, which you put in the middle of these screws, and the staghorn, is it in some sort of substrate?
Yeah, it's
already.
They kind of come either like in bark or some moss, and mine was in some moss already. I try not to mess with the roots too much, because they're quite sensitive.
So they're not in a pot.
They can come in they will come in a pot,
but you don't put the pot on the mount.
No.
So that comes off.
That comes off.
Roots and bark.
Yeah, that goes on. You make like a bed of moss first in the middle of the screws, and you put your fern on top of that, and then you kind of chuck a load of moss around it to make a ball. And then that's when you go haywire with your wire.
Haywire with the wire.
With the wire.
Yeah.
That could be
and then how
song.
are you... It could be.
Very catchy.
We'll save it for another podcast then.
Yeah.
when you water it, how, because then you mount that obviously vertically. How then are you watering it without the soil, without the stuff coming out the bottom?
You can like spray it on the wall, but then you're gonna get your wall wet. So I would I take them off the wall,
right,
and then I have a tub, a plastic tub. I put it in and like line it against the tub upright.
Wood and all.
Yeah, wood and all. And the thing with the wood, it's good to use a really hard wood. So I've got oak because it's very slow degrading and it can sustain the water.
Yeah.
So you can either use that or like cork or something. Cork's water resistant. So but it's good to use a hard wood so it doesn't rot or mold. So that goes upright in a tub and then against the side. And then if the moss is too dry, I usually spray it first just so the moss can kind of rehydrate. And then I'll pour over water with my watering can, like you're baptizing a baby's head.
Yes. Yep.
And just making sure it's like really soaked in and wet. And then I'll let it drip off, and then once it's dripped off, it goes back on the wall.
Right. Cool. And it's not damaging your wall at all, having a bit of damp wood on it.
No, because the wood is so thick, thicker than what I would usually do, and because you're leaving it to dry, you're not like trying to aim for the wood, you're trying to aim for the ball of moss that's like protruding out of the wood.
Okay, I see.
So you're not necessarily getting the wood super damp, if that makes sense. You're not like soaking, you're not submerging the whole wood into water.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, so you just want to wet the moss ball and the fern rather than the wood.
Right.
So because that bit's the only wet bit, you're not necessarily getting damage on your wall from the wood being wet.
I do love them because they are so unique. Have you come across them anywhere else, or was it your invention?
Oh no, it's been happening for quite some time already. It's like South Korea and Japan. They're so far ahead in all this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of come from there because they've invented like kokedama and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of practice is from over there.
Wait, you're going to have to tell me what kokedama is.
Kokedama is that houseplant thing where you have like the whole root ball is moss and it kind of looks like a floating island suspended from wire, and you have the plant coming out the top.
Oh yes,
I see.
So that's something from Japan.
And again, no pot involved. The moss is the pot.
No, so like you're mounting a fern but with no wood, so you cover the whole thing with moss and go crazy with string, and you have it like a floating island of moss with a plant in it.
Interesting.
So these kind of practices have come from over there.
Gosh, it's a whole new world for me.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The other thing, I don't know if this is a Japanese thing, but
go for it.
Creating a moss lava lamp. How did you do that?
Okay.
That is cool.
It's not a Japanese thing. That is Adam's brain. It's fun. I think it's just really nice to let Adam go loose with ideas. And he was like a kid. Clever. It's so funny because like the steaming teapot was his idea.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Oh, yeah. So we had a steaming teapot in the corner because in the criteria, it was like, it talked about the judges like kind of theatrical things. So Adam was like, what about steaming teapot?
Oh my gosh, that's so much fun coming up with these ideas.
Obviously, I was just like, yeah,
go for it.
Let's try that.
Let's do it. So we found like a small side table drawer thing, and he drilled a hole through the top and the back, so he threaded a humidifier pipe through those holes, drilled a hole in the bottom of the teapot, put the pipe in that, so when you turned it on it came out the spout.
Right, very cool.
So
were there plants in it, or it was
no, it was just like a small 70s teapot. So when it came to the lava lamp, he was like, he was saying, oh, I've got a lava lamp, wouldn't it be cool if like, you know, we put some like moss balls in there and it was like an actual lava lamp. And again, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, you figure that out, Adam. That's your project. You figure it out. So he kind of was just doing it on a whim at the show. Just he had this idea and he was just gonna see if it worked. He wanted to use like a small air pump in the thing, but couldn't figure out a way quickly to kind of like hide it or without it being so fiddly. So he's made a little video on his Instagram, or you can find it on my Instagram as well, of how he made it. But he basically filled up the lava lamp with RO water, so there wasn't much. RO water is like the most purest water you can get. There's no chemicals or anything in there. It's like super filtered.
What's it called?
RO water. I want to say it stands for reverse osmosis.
Yes.
So yeah, when it's quite common in the aquascaping world or like aquatic hobby, because people use that water. There's nothing in it, so you can really control the balances of the water and what's in it.
Interesting.
And so he used that in there, and then he got his mothballs and pierced holes through the top of the lava lamp and just suspended the mothballs with fishing wire on different levels. So it kind of
that's
did
very
that.
cool. Yeah.
And every now and then the mothballs will produce air bubbles and lift themselves up. So every now and then he'll go over and like wiggle it to kind of get rid of all the air bubbles.
Right.
And
I thought that you meant as in they would then naturally kind of rise
well, they
up.
lift, but they wouldn't
all
move.
Stick at the top.
Yeah, they wouldn't move like how you would hope.
Yeah.
But obviously the bulb was still working underneath, so it could turn on from the bottom. And yeah, it pulled off so well. He did so
effective.
Good. It was really cool.
And
it was
great
so
for your
cool.
theme as well.
Yes, yeah.
And there was also your great granddad's chrysanthemum,
yes,
which we saw quite near the end of your segment,
yeah,
which has such a beautiful and sentimental backstory. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so I've always known as a kid, like growing up, that there was a chrysanthemum named after my great granddad. I thought it was his own chrysanthemum, but yeah, I didn't really know much more than that. I didn't know what it looked like or anything.
No.
And he passed away 10 years before I was born, so I never really obviously didn't meet him, did I? But like,
no, probably not.
I only heard few bits and bobs about him.
Is he on your dad's side of the family?
My mum's side of the family.
Oh, okay. So there's gardening coming at you from all angles.
Yes, there's so much. There's so like my dad learned all of his gardening stuff from his granddad, so my great granddad. So my great granddad was a head gardener, and he learnt from his dad. So my great granddad on my dad's side was a head gardener too.
Crikey!
So it's been passed down on my dad's side, and then on my mum's side, gardening has always been a thing as well.
Yeah.
Little like side note, my nan, so my mum's mum and granddad have always had an allotment. So as a kid, I always went to their house, went to the allotment, digged up some taters and stuff like that. He'd called them Murphys because he's concrete Dorset, so he's born and bred in Dorset, so they call potatoes.
That's where me lovers come from.
So he always called potatoes Murphys, and always cut like sweet peas in their garden, put it in a little wet kitchen roll, tin foil, take it home to mum. And dahlias, they were always big with their dahlias and shaking them out for the earwigs and stuff as a kid and screaming because I hate earwigs.
Not nice.
Yeah, it was only kind of more so this year, and because Gardeners World were asking for it, I talked to my nan more about my great granddad and his chrysanthemum. So he was a chrysanthemum grower. He loved them. He dedicated so much of his life to grow them. He would then enter those into competitions, because back then in the 70s, dahlia, there was like dedicated dahlia shows, dedicated chrysanthemum shows, absolutely mental. So he was going to like 5 a year with his chrysanthemums and other vegetables or something. So I was finding out he was entering these chrysanthemums that he grew into these competitions, and my nan was saying like how she grew up and he would tell her not to touch them, and they would be like in bags to protect them so nothing pollinated it. And
it's serious stuff.
He was so like serious about this. Very strict. And nan was like, I have got his certificates and I've got photos of him with them and his chrysanthemums, and she's like, do you want to see them? And I was like, absolutely, I would love to actually finally sit down and learn about this. I love my family history as well. I love learning about my elders and stuff like that. So yeah, I went to my nan's house and she came down. She's like, "Oh, I've put it all in a box for you," as nans do. Brings down this box, brings out this photo album, and I'm just seeing photo after photo of him holding his chrysanthemums.
Oh,
yeah, seeing the greenhouse and like the bags on the chrysanthemums and the ones he entered in the shows. And then she brings down his certificates, and there was a pile, and I mean like a thick stack of certificates from early as 19. I think there was one. The earliest one was 1970, all the way up to 1988. So
how fantastic!
Yeah.
Have you done anything with those certificates?
My nan's kept them. I've taken pictures and stuff of them, so I've got it. And then
how lovely to have that.
Yeah, and then he's also got physical like medallions, let's say, of like when he won stuff, and that was put into a wooden shield as well.
Lovely.
And my uncle's got that because he left it to my uncle for his will. So I was so jealous. I was like, I want this. Yes. I was like, I want back. I was like, can I have it, Neil? Can you leave it to me in your will?
Can I have it, Neil, when you die?
Yeah, please. I was like, I would like this. But yeah, it was, and I finally saw like a picture as well of the chrysanthemum that was named after my granddad. And it turns out, because my granddad was so into chrysanthemums, he knew this dedicated chrysanthemum grower in Yeovil, and they were best buds, obviously. Besties. Obviously. The chrysanthemum grower in Yeovil, he made a new variety and was like, I'm going to name it after your great granddad, like Len Knight. Wow. So
what's it called? Sorry?
Len Knight.
So it's the Len Knight chrysanthemum.
Yeah. I said it really fancy in Gardener's World, and my nan told me off.
How did you say it on Gardener's World?
Len Knight. Oh. And my nan was like, Alina, it's Len Knight. It's Len Knight. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but it sounds really fancy, Nan, so we won't say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that you did
that. I love how you tried to spruce it up.
Leonard. Pick it up for the cameras. Leonard.
It just came out, and like being dyslexic as well, I don't know what the process between my brain and my mouth just sometimes, in the moment.
Let it do its thing.
In the moment, it was just like Leonard Knight, and I was like, oh God.
Why? Fantastic. So it's officially Len Knight, though. So if anyone's looking for
they call it Len Knight. It probably is like Leonard Knight in the books, but they've always addressed it as Len Knight. Yeah. So it's this beautiful, massive orange chrysanthemum. Lovely. Really, really cool. And then what was even cooler is that my nan was like, I've got some cuttings for you. And I was like, oh my God.
Give him here.
Because her one died, so she didn't have it for a bit, and then there was only one other someone had, so my uncle got cuttings from that one that was still alive to make sure my nan has some back.
How many have you made from that then?
So I've got 3 and my nan's got 3 as well.
Okay. So you've got a few to be getting on with.
Yeah, so I've now got them. I've just pinched them out as well. My goal for that is to grow them, flower them, and then put some on his grave.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
Yeah. And I also thought, take that step further. If I grow them, I can see if there's a chrysanthemum competition and enter it back in or something. Go and enter. Which will be fun.
Imagine if you got some certificates.
Yeah. I do a full circle moment for him.
Beautiful.
And my nan was like, oh, he would have been so proud of you. He would have absolutely loved this. And she said, he would be chatting my ear off about everything.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was nice to bring him there and have him on the show, even though he's not a houseplant, but it was nice there. There's like a thing to have. So.
Oh, beautiful, Alina. I love that.
Okay, so Alina, for your dream garden, what would be the garden boundary to start off with?
Oh, what would be my... Well, actually, I've always dreamed about being in the countryside, because I've grown up in the countryside. Don't really like the city. I mean, I like the city, but, don't at the same time.
Yeah.
But I'm a country girl through and through. I go back to my West Country, or at least in the countryside. Smell of manure, love it.
Yep, love it.
Give me some of that.
Yeah. So I think my boundary would just be either like an open field, and then on the edge would be a dense forest or something. I would probably say that would be what I would love to see around me. Is just...
Any water nearby?
Oh, a little stream, little stream that trickles through.
Sounds good.
Nothing grand, just a little stream.
Little stream.
So maybe the occasional fish comes along.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Kingfisher, great.
Yeah, lovely. So your dream garden would be in Dorset?
Maybe, but I don't know.
Can have it anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
We've had
fancy. It could be a Mars if you want.
I
don't know why I don't do that.
True. But we have had people who have mashed together two places in the world. Okay. So we've had Alps and Wales put together.
Wales.
So you can smash it
Wales.
all together.
I mean, I do love Wales. I lived there for 5 years, so I don't know, because I don't own a passport. This is kind of funny. I've never owned a passport. I've never been out of the UK, so I'm really uncultured.
So somewhere within the UK?
Saying that, I've always seen Ecuador and like the Amazon and watching it through TV and like nature documentaries and stuff. And I've always loved that. I really would love to go to Ecuador because there's lots of like
incredible plants there.
Yeah, loads of houseplants live there.
Outside.
Just outside.
Naturally. No house needed.
Or like New Zealand. I've always fantasized about New Zealand being a great place.
Yeah.
And I've met some New Zealanders and they're like, all right. And I was like, yep. And because they walk around barefoot, which I love.
Yes, they do.
I've always told them like, oh, I think I'd be a good Kiwi. I walk around barefoot everywhere. And they're like, yeah, you'll fit right in. So I was like, okay, great. So maybe let's mix.
We could put you in New Zealand.
Let's go New Zealand, Ecuador.
And Dorset. Perfect. I love that we've got those three locations.
So it's like the Dorset filledness around, and then it's like Ecuador, New Zealand forests.
So just mad rainforests.
Yeah.
Around.
We're talking, it's kind of borderline Scotland at that point, because there's like this acute place in Scotland. This photographer did a series about it, and this forest has its own climate, really close enough to tropical climates, and this gardener has grown tropical houseplants outside in Scotland.
Interesting. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he's called Robbie Lawrence.
Okay.
And the project's called Voice Above the Linn. And this is like complete side note, little tangent, because it's a really, really fantastic photo project. And the guy who owned it, he lost his son for years, and him and his son used to garden together, and his son went on holiday and got lost, and he didn't know where he was, didn't hear anything about him. And then I think like at that time, Robbie Lawrence was really close with, he was like photographing him. And I think during the time he photographed was documenting his life in the gardens and the acute climate, because it's so acute, like so many tropical things could grow there. It's really cool. And I think during if I remember right, because I went to one of his talks, and I hope I'm right, if I'm not, I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty sure during the time he was photographing the guy, he found out his son died, and kind of had that pivotal point in the project. And he released the project because then a couple of years later, the guy passed away himself. Who
Robbie did?
Not
no,
Robbie.
Robbie was taking these
Robbie's the
photographs
photographer.
Right.
The guy who owned the gardens, he passed away. But A Voice Above a Linn is a really beautiful photography project. He's a fantastic photographer. He's a really lovely guy too. Met him during my MA. He came in as like a guest. Cool. But his photographs of those gardens are really beautiful. But yeah, so we could
check that out.
Yeah, so like I could be here in Scotland, where it's like New Zealand, Ecuador, Dorset.
Yeah. All in one. This place that Robbie photographed.
Yeah.
Would you like a shed or a greenhouse?
A greenhouse.
A greenhouse. Okay, you're going to have to talk me through the style, the look, and the colour.
a colourful greenhouse. Wow. Okay. Would that be functional? Oh, okay. The frame.
Just like the glass orange.
But then where would my tools go if I don't have a shed? Because I love tools. No, I would probably still have a greenhouse.
The dilemma of the century.
I know, right? Yeah, that's hard. No, but my mind immediately went greenhouse, so I'm going to stick to it.
Okay.
I'm going to stick to it. I've always dreamed if I won the lottery, I would be building my own mini Kew gardens.
Oh, yes.
And I've always dreamed about having a butterfly house. So I'd love a greenhouse that's kind of like a mini Kew style, you know, old Victorian style.
Does it have to be mini, or could you have it the same
I mean,
size
if it's a dream, I would. If it was really big, then that's a lot of stuff to do without hiring a team. So
you can hire a team.
You could have a team.
I could have
who
a team.
only come in at night, so you never see them.
I'll call up Adam. Hey, Adam. Yes. I've got a new job for you.
Adam Critien. It's a little big.
He's really tall, so he can reach high places.
He can reach the top windows.
I don't know if I would want it massive, though.
No.
So a smaller version.
A mini Kew Gardens.
I think a mini Kew Gardens. I love the Prince of Wales one in Kew rather than the classic one.
Okay.
I think that was fun.
So that's with white. Is that white iron?
I think I would like it quite classic.
Okay.
Classic.
So what do you consider classics? Are you talking a wood frame or a iron frame?
I would say iron white frame.
Iron white frame. Okay.
Yeah.
So looking quite classical. And so the finials and that sort of thing.
Yeah, with like the fancy like loop-de-loop thingies.
Loop-de-loop thingies.
In the corners of where the two joints meet. But maybe like the occasional stained glass thing.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that would be nice.
My friend handmade a terrarium for the show garden, and she's really good, so I can hire her.
Great.
Deck it out.
God, you've got a team building already.
Pimp up my greenhouse. Have
I like the stained
maybe
glass.
like the main door would be like a really beautiful stained glass mural door.
Lovely.
And then on the floor, because I love like mosaic patterned flooring.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would love like a mosaic.
What pattern would you have?
Oh, it'd definitely be floral. So
it wouldn't be like your Ophelia tattoo or something?
Well, she is in like a lake with loads of flowers around her. So I'd probably have, it'd be like floral, maybe with like blues. Most likely like yellow flowers, because I love yellow. So.
Okay.
Probably would be like,
That sounds gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think we've got that.
And then the plants that you're having in there, are you going to have beds in the ground, or you can have staging, or you just can have everything in pots? How do you envisage
it'd be in the
planting?
ground. I'd probably do stuff in the ground, and I'd probably want to make my mini Ecuador forest.
There you go. Perfect.
Then the question of questions is, what would be your 5 favourite ornamentals?
I'll say my favourite flower ever is gladiolus.
Oh, really?
Got to have those then.
Yeah.
Any particular colour, or just all of them?
All of them, but I do love yellow. So
okay, mini yellow.
Did I say that before? Yes, I did.
You mentioned yellow.
Have I mentioned yellow? Yeah.
That's going in the mosaic.
That's in the mosaic.
Yeah. So.
But all the colours.
I really do like the peachy ones.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I do have loads at my allotment. I keep buying more, even though I do not have room for them in my tiny allotment. But I've also got like black ones.
Wow.
Black velvet.
Yeah,
that's
like
dramatic.
The really deep purple ones.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
But they're black. But they're not black. They're just deep purple. But they're really pretty. The gladiolus I don't like as much as like where it's like yellow and then a weird colour around the rim.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be two colours that work together. Sometimes they just don't work together. And I'm like, why has someone bred this? Because you're just making a nice flower look ugly.
Yes, I agree. Well, that's a good first choice.
Yeah.
So gladioli, that surprised me.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And nice to hear.
Yeah.
What other ones?
And then I love ferns. obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Indoor and out. Ferns are my jam. Love ferns.
Okay.
So I would love like massive tree ferns. I've always wanted them.
Yes.
Huge tree ferns. Love tree ferns.
That would be nice.
So that's 2 ornamentals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? A gunnera.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. By your stream.
By my stream. Love a gunnera.
Very cool. Love that plant.
You mentioned on the show,
yeah,
I don't have a garden yet.
Yes.
Is that because you have a place with a garden coming up, or you're just
because
imagining?
I don't own my house. But
you haven't put an offer in on?
No, I'm nowhere near. I'm in that generation who's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, you're in that generation where it's a nightmare trying to get a footing on the property ladder.
It's hard.
Horrific.
It's hard work right now.
Well, you've got 2 more plants.
I got 2 more plants. Right, that's where we were. Yeah, okay, right. 2 more plants. Ornamentals. Oh, what would... But my brain is just picking outdoor stuff.
Don't know you can have outdoor stuff.
No, I could be picking, like, typical house plants.
See.
Yeah. But then...
So do you want some plants to go in this beautiful glass house of yours?
Yeah.
So your Ecuadorian type plants?
Yeah, so like some good anthuriums.
Okay.
Kidokes. And then one
so
last
many.
one.
It's hard to dwindle down to 5.
I know, it's the impossible challenge. Some people have found loopholes. But I'm not sure if I'm going to tell you. That makes my job harder.
Sweepy, where are you going with this? You're trying to create a rug for your back.
Now my brain's thinking of the loopholes.
Yes. So if you were thinking of either your glass house or your own home, what plant could you not be without, apart from your ferns and your anthuriums?
Ooh,
yeah.
Or it can be an outdoor plant. So you mentioned you love yellow.
Yeah.
And I saw on your laptop cover, have you got sunflowers on that?
It's a rudbeckia.
Oh, it's a rudbeckia.
Oh, lovely.
I do love rudbeckias.
Gorgeous plants. Yeah.
Do you know, I'm going to throw a curveball in there.
I like curveballs.
Coleus.
Coleus. Interesting.
Because I think if I didn't mention Coleus once in this podcast, I think a lot of people would be rather disappointed in me.
Probably.
Because I'm on a mission to spread a Coleus disease.
Oh, right. That sounds like a bad thing, but
that does.
No. Look, people need to love Coleus. I say Coleus is Coleus. People need to love Coleus. They're underestimated plants. They're bloody amazing.
Beautiful.
They come in so many colours, varieties, and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're so freaking cool.
Yeah.
The foliage, just fantastic foliage.
We do love them.
It's really cool. And like, you can grow them indoors, you can grow them outdoors.
This is true.
They used to be massive in the 70s as like outdoor plants.
Oh yeah.
And then they used to be, and then they were then brought in as indoor plants. But they're kind of like being shown as outdoor plants again at the minute.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
True.
So when I say I'm spreading my Coleus disease, I went to another plant swap, not a London one, and because Coleus is so easy to root from like one little node because it's a member of the mint family, so it's like so easy. It grows roots within 2 days in water or something. It's just bonkers. So I was at another plant swap and I was just like tearing off little chunks of this Coleus and just giving it to everyone.
Yeah,
and I was like, it will root.
What would be your 5 edible plants?
Okay, this is a bit easier because I'm actually quite fussy with food. I'm trying to be so much better, and I'm much better than my partner, put it that way. But I'm quite fussy. So I think edibles are easier for me.
Okay.
Chilies.
Oh, I would not have gone there for a fussy person.
Oh, I love jalapenos.
Yeah.
My stomach kind of doesn't agree with it, but but I love jalapenos. I will try and eat jalapenos with anything I can put jalapenos on.
Feta, stuff them.
Yes. I'm growing some in my
lot. That's right.
That's it.
Stuff them.
That's so many things.
Eat so many things.
So many things. You listed. Oh my god.
2
things. I've got some growing at the allotment now.
Cool. All right, outside.
Yeah, I've got some
in my greenhouse at the allotment.
Okay.
And some other chilies.
Yeah.
But
lovely.
But yeah, so chilies,
and
then followed by my other favourite thing I like to eat, would try and eat with everything, is gherkins.
I would not have taken these things for a fussy person.
Like that hit me left of field.
What's going on here?
I always put jalapenos and gherkins on almost everything I can do.
Isn't that the sort of thing you put on?
Whatever you say, yes.
Yeah. What's that Mexican dish? Tortillas.
I don't think your rose
You've got guacamole and.
But it's like if I go to Subway, what do you want? Jalapenos, chicken, gherkins, peppers, maybe. I don't know, but
all right.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
That doesn't sound lethal.
We're not growing chickens though. What's your third?
So my third. Well, I'm gonna have to say potatoes.
Potatoes, Murphy.
That's a bit more normal.
Because you know that question is like, oh, if you could be a vegetable, what would you be? I'd pick potatoes.
Would you be? You don't strike me as a potato.
I love potatoes. They're so versatile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
I can just eat a massive bowl of mashed potato for dinner.
Do you like the purple ones?
Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
I just love potatoes.
If it's a potato, Alina likes it. So you grow those at the allotment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing them in buckets? Or are you doing them in beds?
I've put them in the ground this year, and I wish I didn't, but I did. Because once they're in the ground, you'll never get them out again.
Yeah.
I did buckets last year, but I didn't get to the allotment enough to water them, so it didn't go very well.
No, okay. So this is the lesser of the two evils then.
Yeah. So I've planted less in the ground, but I wanted potatoes, so I'm having. And what's really annoying, my partner is half Irish, and he doesn't like potatoes that much. And I'm like,
that's odd.
I was like, what's wrong with you?
Something went wrong there.
Since being with him, I haven't eaten as much mashed potato as I like. So every now and then I have a little mashed potato treat and have mashed potato.
Is that your favourite way of having potatoes?
Probably, yeah. Mash. Creamy, cheesy mash with a bit of mayonnaise. Yeah. Sounds a bit weird, but...
No, that sounds amazing.
That sounds next level.
Yeah, I like
potato salad? Oh my God.
I like that now.
Don't get me started.
Don't get her started.
If there was an apocalypse or something and I had to choose one vegetable to live off from, I would have potatoes.
Oh, you'd be good as the Martian then.
I was just going to say, we mentioned Mars earlier, so you could grow that in your own fertiliser.
Yeah. And... I'd be so happy.
You'd be fine.
Right. Edibles.
2 more.
I think I have to throw a herb in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that would probably be parsley.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
What?
But you said at the beginning that you're a fussy person. And you're naming all the things which I, who am not a fussy person, I don't particularly like. And I can't understand what's going on
and
here.
She eats everything.
I eat everything.
Parsley. Okay, so flat leaf or curly?
I like the curly one.
Okay, I approve of it.
I keep growing that on mine. I use parsley in all of my dishes when I cook. It's like my main herb I use.
I see. Okay, just chop finely and in it goes.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's great.
I would use more parsley, but Sweet Pea doesn't like it. The only way I'm allowed to prepare it is if I make lots of garlic bread.
Yeah, garlic bread with parsley. That
caused Sweet Pea to go and plant about 8 parsley plants in an entire 4-metre bed, which they have the longest taproot. It took over the entire bed. We could grow nothing else in there. They were impossible to pull up.
Oh my God.
It was fun times.
But you had a lot of garlic bread that year, didn't you?
I did. That was great stuff. Well, final one.
Final one. Okay, here we go. What am I going to choose? Oh, now this is hard. I don't know what would I sum this up with. Do you know what? Garlic.
Oh, thank God for that. You're not fussy.
Garlic.
Garlic's so good for you.
I like garlic. I do like garlic. Yeah.
Garlic is amazing.
Great.
I'm just thinking,
fussy,
it's something I use every day, like in all my. No, I am fussy. You don't know me yet.
What's your bog standard evening meal?
Oh God. Well, no. To be fair, I've gotten so much better. But like, a lot of on my allotment, I don't grow a lot of vegetables, and then I have a lot of my friends. They're like, "Oh, do you want some of this like squash?" And I'm like, "No, don't really like squash."
What do you grow on your allotment?
Carrots, onions, garlic. Trying to grow peppers, potatoes, peas. I like sprouts and like kale.
I hope people could
hear
that sound
of Sweet Pea slapping her face.
Because I've only got
sprouts since when?
I've gotten into sprouts more as I've gotten older, I think. But I do like sprouts.
Diabolical.
My partner doesn't like, and he's even fussy. He won't have broccoli. He'll only have some carrots. Like all of the things I just said, he would probably have like peppers, onions. He won't even have like potatoes. So it's like I hardly get to grow anything that I would eat because I cook for the both of us.
Well, we're now ready for the one tree.
Oh,
the
no.
one statement tree?
I was thinking, what are my favourite things, tree-wise, I could combine into this amazing tree? So I want to...
Oh my gosh, are you doing one of those fruit salad trees where you put loads of different trees, you kind of graft it on, and it creates a multiple layered tree?
I don't know, because I don't like fruit that much.
No, it doesn't have to be a fruit tree, but that was created.
So I was kind of thinking, I was really torn on this, and I was thinking really hard about this question. And I don't know why, but my brain just fixated on it. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, okay, bear with. Mm-hmm. I love wisteria. Mm-hmm. And I did have a wisteria tree, which my dad killed, and I'm really annoyed about that.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Call himself a gardener and he killed most of them. No, it's fine. it had a disease, and I brought it with a disease, and it just never did well. So anyway, it was like a really lovely tree. But then I also love acers, Japanese acers. Love acers.
Love them.
Love acers. So I was thinking, like, you know how some plants like magnolias and forsythia, they like flower first and then leaf? Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, like, okay, what if it was like a wisteria acer thing that first it flowered as a wisteria, you know, off its like branches, and then they fall off, and then acer leaves appear.
The foliage is acer leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And then
this is like something from Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the tree branch there'd be platycerums growing on it.
Okay. So we got another plant in there.
Plus those. What are they called? The staghorn
ferns, platyceriums.
Gosh.
Yeah.
This is absolutely epic, and this is a loophole because at no point do we say it has to be a real tree.
No, exactly.
Look at this sound from you two.
Yeah. So I think that would be like amalgamation of, because I was really stuck because I was like, oh, I love Japanese acers so much, and I love wisterias, but like, there's so many other trees I do like.
So what colour are your racemes going to be from the wisteria part of your tree?
I think I might stick to a classic purple.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I do like the classics.
And then in terms of your acer, what colour leaves are you thinking?
Lime, orange, red.
See, I do like the red ones.
Yeah.
But the ones that look like fingers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we have one of those. Which is, it's just beautiful.
It's amazing.
The thing is, I love both of those plants that you mentioned. Absolutely love them, and particularly love the purple wisteria. But I do really like the purple with the green. I like those two colours together, and I'm trying to imagine the purple racemes with the red.
But you won't have them at the same time.
No.
That's the whole point.
But also, if you think like purple and orange are the opposite colours, and they go really well. So if it was like a reddy orange acer, they would work really well.
That would be pretty cool.
This is true. Beautiful. And it's a scented wisteria, or you're not too worried about the scent?
Not so fussed about it. You know, it'd be a nice bonus. But you know,
but that's not a priority.
You grow wisteria for their flowers more than the scent. Yeah, so
you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And how tall is this tree going to be?
Well, I don't want it to be too tall because it's a Japanese acer. So, how tall am I? I'm 5'2", maybe something a tiny bit bigger than me.
Oh, so the rest of us have to duck down, and
so the rest of us
have to crawl along the floor to get under it.
Sucks to be you. Sorry.
Nice comeback.
So this is my tree.
Yes, this is true. So it's a 5'4", 5'5" tree.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying.
And it's like a nice canopy, kind of like cascades down.
Lovely,
and got a little bench under there, and then your platycerums are on it.
Almost the final question, but before that, what would you like between a pond or a pool, and what plant would you have?
Oh, a pond, 100% pond. Sod the pool, because I can jump in the pond if I really want.
If it just gets too hot.
It wouldn't be massive, I don't think. I'm not very good at measurements.
So should say, well, so you're 5'2". If you were lying down, would it be 2, 3, 4 of you?
Maybe 2 of me.
2 of you. So around about a 10-foot pool, a pond, which is what in meters? Is that about 3 meters?
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
Okay, and are we in a natural form of the pond?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking above ground?
Very organic. It would have, very like gradual ways into it.
Is your stream running into it?
Oh, yeah.
Stream running in. Anything running out? Some sort of overflow?
Yeah, waterfall? I think there'd be a little waterfall overflow thing.
Lovely.
That'd be nice. Making sure, if a rogue deer came along, it could like have a little drink.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Very nice.
Dip his little toes in if it wants.
His little antlers. And is the pond having fish in it? You mentioned fish in the stream.
Yeah, I love koi fish.
So some koi carp in there.
I love koi carp. Okay.
Yeah, I love koi carp.
So it's a wildlife. I guess it's less wildlifey, isn't it, if you've got the koi carp in?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Annoyingly, but then I do like just because, it's happened when my dad had koi and then we had an otter came and ate them all.
Oh, no.
That does happen in Sherborne.
Okay.
If the river overflows, protect your ponds.
Right, if you live in Sherborne. That way.
If you live in Sherborne.
That's sad, isn't it?
An otter will get in.
All right, so we're going to have koi carp and we're going to have friendly otter who don't eat my carp.
Yeah, and I want to put the fish in there. So when it was for some reason socially acceptable to win a goldfish at a fair when I was a kid, I won this goldfish and I called it Moo Moo because it had 2 little patches on its back, looked like a cow.
Oh, sweet.
And I had it for like, I don't know, almost 10 years. And then the otter ate Moo Moo. So we're going to put Moo Moo in this pond.
This otter's horrible.
I know.
I don't like otters.
One ass.
What an ass that otter
is. But no, I don't know. I do
Moo Moo's in there.
Yeah. I do like natural or like, breams and stuff fish-wise.
Well, what
you
plant
could have, you could still plant. See, that's really hard as well because it'd be quite an empty pond with just one plant.
Yeah, but it's like your main plant. Obviously,
my main
in your
plant.
Head, you can have
you
other
can't be without.
But I've already snuck in Gunnera, so
yeah, you're all
previously
right there. So you've got your Gunnera by the pond.
So that's my loophole. So the Gunnera would be by the pond, and the streams. Just saying, because I love water lilies, water hyacinths, all that kind of stuff. But actually, do you know what? A UK native, I would probably stick a flag iris.
Yes,
I've got some at the allotment. I love flag irises. Yeah,
you got a pond at your allotment?
I've got 2 ponds at my allotment.
Fantastic!
Wow,
that's very cool. What form do they take? Are they in the ground?
One's in the ground. Well, they're both in the ground. Well, actually, one is like with pond liner, and then the second one I brought. I didn't buy it. Someone was giving away a preformed thing.
Tub.
Had a tiny hole in it, so someone gave it away for free. So I took it, and I didn't dig the hole deep enough, so it was like slightly protruding from the earth.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've had to build up around it and put like logs around it.
Oh, well, that's quite cool.
That's all right, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do with the hole?
I just filled it with some silicone and stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't leak. No.
Oh, great.
It's pretty good. But yeah, they're only tiny ponds. The first pond is a tiny pond. But yeah, I do like flag irises because they're naturally yellow as well.
Very cool choice. Well, final question is, what would be your favourite seating area to chillax on, a drink to have, and a plant to have by your side?
Favourite area? I guess I would like to sit near the pond or so picture pond and then my Acer concoction tree is like nearby and the bench is under the Acer.
So overlooking the pond.
Overlook the pond. I could see my Ecuador forest, New Zealand forest in the horizon. Some bold
you're in the
eagle
shade.
is just
yes.
Yeah, we're gonna throw in all the different things. Bold eagle is just like flying across.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Just soaring above, looking
soaring above. Although I do love buzzards, so we could put both of them in. Bold eagles coming along.
Yep.
Buzzards doing his circles.
Do you have any vultures? You need vultures for all the roadkill. You're not having roads.
Yeah, true.
They are important birds, to be fair, vultures.
They are. They're beautiful birds as well, I think.
Stags, I'd have moose coming in.
Okay. Why not?
This is fantastic.
So antler-based mammals.
Yeah. So I'd sit there. Now, people might think I'm going to have a cider in my hand. Because I am a cider drinker. and I drinks it all the day. But actually, I would just say a cup of tea, because I can't. You will not see me without a cup of tea. Even during this heat wave right now, I'm drinking tea in the mornings.
Mum does the same. It's ridiculous.
Any particular tea?
Oh yeah,
a good old English breakfast tea.
Yes, I approve.
With milk, sugar.
Milk, no sugar.
Okay.
Cow's milk. Sweet enough. No, oat milk.
Oat milk, no sugar.
I'm I'm the worst lactose intolerant person you'll ever meet.
Oh no.
I don't think I should even ask the question.
No.
What happens?
I mean, I think most lactose intolerant people are the worst lactose intolerant people you'll meet. Like I eat so much dairy, but milk I can't do. So
I see. That's what you mean, as in the worst, as in you still eat lactose-based foods.
Yeah.
Okay. Not as in it's just not the explosive. You don't want to be around Alina after she's eaten some lactose.
No, you wouldn't want to do that either. But yeah, I would probably have a good old breakfast tea. I do titter on Earl Grey.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then.
Still with the oat milk, or you have that just
I do have a little bit of milk with Earl Grey. Earl Grey. Wow. Earl Grey.
Okay. So a cup of tea, a nice cup of tea on your bench under your wisteria/maple concoction.
Yeah. And what plant?
Or what would I have? I think I got it. It would be some grasses.
Yes.
Because I love grasses in gardens. I love the movement of them, the sound. It's really gorgeous. Peaceful and tranquil.
Great.
Forget your scent. You know what?
Scent
could be a bit overbearing at someone. You want to be there to wind down. Yeah, exactly. I want my white noise from my grass.
Great idea. Any particular grass that you are thinking of?
I don't know if I would pinpoint one.
Just a whole mix.
A whole mix of grasses.
Sounds
I do like the one I've got. What's the one I got on my allotment? It's not necessarily the really big one.
The miscanthus.
The bamboo.
Pampas grass.
Oh yeah, pampas.
But it's like a small one with a fluffy sea head.
Okay.
Quaking grass.
Yes, bunny tails. I remember that.
Yeah.
Lovely choice.
Yeah, I've got that on my allotment at the minute. It's all in seed and it's so lovely, like hearing it kind of rustle and walk through it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those kind of grasses.
Cool.
Grasses do bring a whole new dimension, don't they, to
the
garden?
They're
and
so
like you say,
good.
The sound of it and the movements is
they're really
special.
underestimated. They're really good for like adding height to gardens and just textures and movement.
Boundaries.
Love grasses.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably have some grasses.
Great choice.
Well, we have finished the Dream Garden. I'm going to read it back to you.
Okay.
Just in case I've missed anything or you want to change anything.
Okay.
So we are going with for the garden boundary. Oh my gosh, I got a frog in my throat.
You better get it out of there.
I need to get
it out.
So for the garden boundary, we're going with a mix between New Zealand, Ecuador, and Dorset.
Yes.
Countryside, open fields, a dense forest. That's coming from New Zealand and Ecuador.
Yeah.
A little stream with fish randomly plopping in and out.
Yeah.
And a kingfisher.
Yeah.
Then you wanted a greenhouse, mini Kew gardens, possibly a butterfly house, old Victorian classic style, that iron white frame. You then also wanted those loopy loop thingies at the ends.
Yeah.
Plants in the ground. You want a mini Ecuador in there.
Yeah.
Stained glass bits like the front door. And a mosaic floor in floral patterns and lots of yellows. Then your 5 ornamentals, we had gladiolus, ferns, gunnera, anthuriums, and coleus. Your 5 edibles, we had chilies like the jalapenos, gherkins, potatoes, parsley, curly leaf variety, and garlic. Your 1 tree was a wisteria acer tree plus staghorn ferns on the branches.
Yeah.
About 5'4" as well, to be specific here.
Yes.
Then you wanted a pond because Paul sod it. It's going to be about 2 of your height long, so about 3 meters, organic, with a running stream, a waterfall, koi carp in there, Moo the goldfish, and flag irises.
Oh, sounds great.
And then you're going to be sitting by the pond under the acer tree thingy, on a bench, bald eagles above, buzzards, moose, stags.
Sounds great.
A cup of tea, English breakfast, milk, no sugar, and grasses for white noise.
Yeah. Sounds perfect.
Have we nailed it?
Sounds good.
That sounds great. Sounds like a dream garden.
It sounds like a fever dream garden.
When I've eaten too much cheese before bed.
Well, thank you so much. Fantastic. Love the imagination in that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
It's been a pleasure. That's been a good old chit-chat with Alina.
See you, me lovers.